everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another inside look at one of the songs from my new album, Love You Goodbye. If you haven't watched all of the other album interviews, I suggest that you do that because this is the last song on the album and there's references back to other songs. The song that plays when the credits roll at the end of the movie and it feels like there's a lot of emotions that you just went through. It brings everyone together at the end of a movie and has that nostalgic feeling to represent everything that you just went through in the movie. Bleachers, Taylor Swift, Haim, Borns. But one song in particular that I was really inspired by when writing this was Hate That You Know Me by Bleachers. So all of the first verse is true. I know I've been trying to keep it like as if I'm talking about a third party because it's just easier for me to talk about. Yeah, my first date with my ex was on a beach. We were very open and honest with each other from the beginning, which made for a very trusting and safe relationship. I think we were both able to do that because we'd both been hurt before, each of our respective baggage from past relationships where we'd been cheated on. Being cheated on is the freaking worst. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm so glad that in this breakup there was none of that. That was not our issue. You completely lose trust not only in that person, but in all guys or all girls and even in yourself. So this is a warning that if you're a cheater, you're gonna screw up everyone's life, mostly your own. So coming from those two really bad, damaged relationships, we thought that we had learned to walk away when and if things got really bad. So the line for the chorus, the hook, I still love you but I don't like you anymore, is actually a line that my best friend said to me because I kept saying to her going through it, like, I still love him, why wouldn't I want to be with somebody that I love? Why wouldn't I be with the person I love even though it's hard? And she said to me, like, sometimes at the end of a relationship, the only thing that is left to say is I still love you, but I don't like you anymore. You can still be in love with someone because of your emotional history and your connection, and in the day-to-day just really grow to not like them because of things they've said or done, and you just look at them and you only kind of see the negative at the end. Coming to the realization that for us it was time to roll the credits was a very slow and painful process. Often I think it's very difficult to tell the difference between being with someone because of the memories that you share and the familiarity, and being with them because you actively and currently want the same things. The roll the credits line is also definitely an homage to all of the series that we've worked on together. So the phrase love you goodbye came to represent the paradox of loving someone with all your heart but knowing in your mind that it's time to let them go. And the idea for the title of the album and of the song actually came to me when I was leaving my house one day and I said to my mom, like, love you, goodbye, almost as if it's all one word. When I'm leaving my friend's house, when I'm saying goodbye to someone on the phone, all right, love you, goodbye. It's like a casual way of letting someone know that you care about them. The juxtaposition of this huge decision of loving someone but having to let them go and having to say love you, goodbye. Contrasting with the daily way that we say I love you, goodbye. That just felt like the perfect structure to outline this album because there's so much contrasting duality and confliction and juxtaposition and paradox. Losing the person you love most in the world is extremely dramatic and draining. But the way that we walk out of each other's lives when we know it's over, just super casually, and we have to pretend like the other one never existed in order to move on with our lives, that to me exudes the casual cruelty of like a passing stranger. When you're in that pattern and you really love someone, you're going through the same cycle over and over again, like the record scratching in I Wrote the Song Without You. It's not worth the risk of having to untangle everything in both of your lives after it ends. And that's not really how I feel now. Everything that you do out of love is worth it because you learn something and you grow from it and it teaches you something. I wanted that to echo the beating staccato rhythm of an actual heartbeat. The art of letting go is something that we all inevitably have to face. Saying hard to let go of a heart like that can mean a heart like his, a heart that I've grown to know and love so well and so intimately, but also like that is like in an instant. It's hard, I can't versus I have to. It's the same exact line differentiated by only 2 letters. On any given day, I was fluctuating with this decision. I was struggling. My opinion about my relationship was different depending on the hour, the minute, this little nagging thing in my brain, my mind, not so much in my heart, where it was like, you have to let go. So in the chorus, there's this decision being made. It's time to roll the credits. It only hurts if you let it. The ambivalence is clearly still there, but by the end of the song, you feel that decision is made. Like, okay, we're letting go. We're choosing to let go. So at the end, the little voicemail thing, you have to kind of listen to it to decode exactly what's there. But I felt like I had to include that because it was such a raw example of what I was talking about. The way that we casually say love you goodbye, and then the fact that this whole song, this whole album really is me trying to come to that realization and say that. The voicemail acts as a final time capsule back to the happy memories that we've already seen. The beach earlier in the song, the pool, in heaven again, the motel room, his car. The last line on the album before the voicemail section is have to let go of a heart like that. Those memories are always going to be in my heart. Like, don't ever hate something that once made you smile, because really I have nothing but love for Jesse still. I feel like that's the best thing for anyone that is going through a breakup or something where they lost a friend or they lost someone, maybe someone passed away that you had a complicated relationship with. I think the best thing also for you is to forgive, even though the line in one of my friends, you're forgotten but not forgiven. But when you've truly come to terms with something and are willing to change, you do wish them nothing but the best. You do wish them happiness. It's really weird for me to even be sharing this all with you, because it started as just a project that I was using to process all of my feelings about this breakup. This album was less like a breakup album where you're so sad about missing them, and more about the ambivalence of choice and not knowing what to do and then figuring it out and deciding, because all of these songs were written in succession from a time that I didn't know if I was gonna get back with him. I didn't know if we were gonna be together forever, if this was just like a momentary blip in our relationship. This album also serves as a moving on album from a chapter in my life that was me living at home, making music, working really hard, just writing songs and making these videos here in my childhood bedroom. And I'm not sure when exactly this will be released. Right now it's February 2nd, but I am moving to Nashville. My move-in date is February 28th. When I woke up on January 1st this year, I really made a list of all the things that I want to change, and what I really, really want is to be around other artists and collaborate and write and grow as a songwriter and as a human being. I'm just like so ecstatic to be moving there. That realization took me a long time to get there, in a way, like as I'm talking it out now and as I explore a lot of the lyrics that I wrote during this time in my life, I know that it really, truly helped me get through it. I just hope that you have something, whether it's writing or performing, rock climbing, or fixing things, like whatever your passion is, I hope that you have an outlet, because for me, writing music makes me feel like I can do anything. I'm not gonna get emotional. All of you were there for me and supported me and have stuck by me, you know, if you're watching this, through this really difficult time when I thought that I was gonna lose everything. I'm so grateful to all of you, like really, really grateful. This album has my entire heart and soul wrapped up into it. If it wasn't evident, I just wanted to say it, and I wanted to make these video diaries so that you can follow along in my journey. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite lyric from this song? What's your favorite song from the album? And I can't wait for this video to come out. That'll mean that the album is done. Like, it's out in the world. Thank you all so much for watching and listening, and as always, be kind to yourself. Keep following your dreams. Let me know your thoughts on Twitter and Instagram. I'm always checking. It helps me frame what I'm gonna write next, so I love to hear all of your feedback. I'm just super, super, super excited, and I love you, goodbye. Through these lyrics and melodies, there are a lot of hidden meanings and a lot of insight into what I've been going through and what this relationship was like.
He and I made a beautiful pact on the beach that night, the first time that we met. So we learned from the past. If it all goes to shit, we'll know enough to know to walk away from it. Then midnight rose to hellfire, swing below the belt fights. Every memory going up in flames, only thing left to say, I still love you, but I don't like you anymore. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, I'll let you in the war. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, only hurts if you let it. Time to roll the credits, can we say I love you? Goodbye. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them before they take a bite out of your heart. Before they give you a reason to get, even though it's hard. Don't get tangled up, cause baby soon enough you'll have to separate. Don't know whose shit is whose, only thing left to say, I still love you, but I don't like you anymore. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, I'll let you in the war. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, only hurts if you let it. Time to roll the credits. I still love you, but I don't like you anymore. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, I'll let you in the war. Can we say I love you? Goodbye. Time to roll the credits, only hurts if you let it. Time to roll the credits, 'cause I still love you. I still love you. 'Cause I still love you. To let go of a heart like that. Have to let go of a heart like that. Hard to let go of a heart like that. Have to let go of a heart like that.
Alright, I'm running out of time. We got 15 seconds left. Love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Okay, bye. End of message.